My name is Christian Basil. Years ago, I had an idea. I got myself a TARDIS. Took it to new places, met a lot of new people, took some great pictures, and talked Doctor Who. From Krypton Radio and the creators of the Hanging With web show, this is the legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Join me on my latest adventures and become part of the legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Whovians of all kind, welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil, and we will be discussing Doctor Who Fluxx tonight, but it is not the Fluxx that you were thinking about. No, not the one that just ended recently, not the 6-part episode. We're going to be talking about the board game, Doctor Who Fluxx, all the expansion packs, and everything. It's going to be hosted tonight by Mr. Dave Chapman himself from TheRatHole.ca. We want to thank you all and welcome you for coming to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS as we wrap up our 25 Days of WHOMas on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on the Facebook page, facebook.com, The Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil, and I want to thank you again and welcome you. Let me get that banner off. I couldn't get it off the screen there. Boom. Hey there, folks. Welcome there. And don't forget, if you haven't had a chance to see the actual Fluxx, first of all, we have all 6 episodes on our YouTube channel. You can check out episode 1, which was the Halloween Apocalypse, the second one, War of the Centaurans. I believe that was you, Mackenzie, wasn't it? You and Dave were in that one. Is that correct?
Yeah, we were in that one, and we didn't even rate it at that time. And we were going to.
I haven't rated it at all. I'm going to do like a one-on-one by myself eventually, just an episode about talking about the Fluxx. But yeah, it's just like the first one I rated, the second, unlike the others, I really had a hard time. The 5th one, I really had a hard time there. So we also have Once Upon a Time. I got to say my personal favorite, Village of the Angels. Only because it introduced, and let me get Melanie's audio in here, just in case you wanted to talk there, Melanie, about, have you seen the episodes yet? Or are you still working on that?
Oh. I had muted myself. And I had taken this off because everybody on, you're going to kill me, but I have not seen episode 4 on.
You haven't seen episode 4 on? Okay, then I won't spoil it for you.
So I'm just saying this. I've seen 1, 2, and 3.
Uh-huh.
But it's almost like if anybody wants to do any content and you haven't really been able to do our normal reviews, we can start reviewing from number 1 back on. If people would want to see that, since we did so many things with it being live. I want to do an actually review episodes after the fact.
If we do, we might either do it in the end of this month coming up. It might be a separate episode outside of our or we'll do it in the next month. But I feel kind of weird because we're also going to be running into Eva the Daleks.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of
so we're going to have them on top of each other out there. But I'm going to say, Melanie, I will say this without giving too many spoilers. This is not only my favorite episode of the Fluxx. That's not saying much.
Okay.
It's my favorite episode of Jodie's run so far.
Oh, wow.
Same here.
High praise for Christian since
yeah.
Now,
the praise usually wasn't quite a coming, and I mean it
now,
is.
Having said that, that's not saying too much. We're still talking about Chibnall's run, but I blurted out by saying this felt more Doctor Who than anything that I've seen in the last 2 seasons. It felt like it was getting back to it. Not only that, but I made this was the only episode out of the 6. It wasn't solely written by Chibnall. Maxine Alderton, who also wrote the Diodati episode, had her hand on this one. And I even said, I think you see more Maxine's writing in this one than the others. Because if you like Diodati, you're going to love Village of the Angels. If you like the Weeping Angels, you're going to love this episode. The 5th episode, Survivors of the Fluxx, where I think Mackenzie was on there and heard me rant and rave about this one. it's a typical Chibnall. It's like it starts off really good.
You can go for it. You don't have to worry about spoilers with me. So
okay.
Feel free.
I meant the
You're
Survivors of the Fluxx. It just kind of fell down, and then when it all wrapped up, I was, I'm not going to give too much of the away, but who gives a flux? Anyway,
Oh, good God.
let's get back here. Let's introduce the panelists. Hi there, folks. Christian Basil here. Welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Here is the panelist. First of all, we're going to start with the lovely Melanie D.
Really?
There we go. The lovely,
Ah.
because because we got a special guest host today, so we're going to
That's
go
right.
with Melanie Dean. How you doing there, Melanie? It's been a while.
It's been a very long while. It's crazy, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we moved to Saturdays, and I was like, can't do that. So have fun, Christian. But hey, I've been stupid busy. There's a lot less doctors on my wall, so if the doctors show up,
Good.
sorry guys. Which means I'm gonna have to start painting more. Hence why I just kind of threw a little tiny Sylvester McCoy up here. Self plug. Anyway, but no, I'm back. I'm now just back into the holidays. I'm doing my commissions. I'm crazy busy. It's a good busy. It's a good stress. So hopefully everybody else is also keeping busy if this is your time to shine. If not, I hope you're relaxing and enjoying the day one at a time.
Gotcha. And don't forget, we're doing live chat, and I see that we do have a lot of chats going on over here. Tonight will be host Dave Chapman. I'll be introducing him in just a moment from TheRatHole.ca, discussing board games, but especially Doctor Who Fluxx. And for those of you who are wondering, no, it's not that Fluxx. It's 2X's, which is the board game, which actually people were asking about. Oh, there we go. There's the background, which people were asking about the Fluxx itself. And everybody was saying, is that the board game? No, Doctor Who Fluxx. 2X's is the board game. Doctor Who with 1X is the series that just ended there. And speaking of which, Mackenzie Floor, how are you doing there, Mackenzie? Welcome.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you. We haven't you did one episode, no, 2 episodes, right?
2 episodes, yeah.
2 episodes right there. Just give me a brief synopsis because you weren't here for the final, for the last episode. In just like a couple sentences, what do you think about how Fluxx ran?
I really liked it overall. I do feel that there were some parts that were way too rushed, and you could tell that it was condensed too much, but it really had everything that I was expecting out of the binge watch model, which is what I really do feel that Chris Chibnall was following this time around. His Bible was perfect this time, except that there were some things that left with a lot of questions. Some of the characters I kind of felt like were like, what was the point of them? But
yeah, I did ask that.
Happy with it.
We really were looking at character. Oh gosh, I don't want to review. We're talking about the game here. I was like, we're definitely going to have to eventually come across this field sometime there. But welcome, thank you for joining us, Mackenzie. Appreciate it. And now, without further ado, the man of the hour, Mr. Jay Chapman himself, who is going to.
I'd say if you want to read comments, you could read comments. Give them
no.
I
so that we'll read the comments in a second while I continue to freak out. So I arrived just over 12 hours ago, back from PAX Unplugged out in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. It was a very long flight, long day, and a very long convention. That was really awesome, though.
PAX Unplugged was this past weekend?
It was indeed.
C2E2 was as well. Oh my God. That's a busy weekend for conventions.
Yeah, the board game industry has been a bit of a gong show this weekend because of it. It's just like we're everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was out there. That is just a really bright gleam from that.
Oh, I thought that was like just a white shelf little, like the other
We're
kind of
blind everybody.
No, you're just blinding us with your awards, sir. Your various awards and decorations.
There's more behind there.
As in decorated, not decorations like the quilts behind it.
No, I have decorations too.
Oh my God, he does.
Behind stuff over there. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so what's the thing over there on your right? And it looks like gift wrap. What is that?
It's a little green box.
Green box.
There you go.
Yeah. What is that?
That is a board game that I will be reviewing later on in my Christmas series. You can see it on the name there. The
Holiday
Christmas. That is all of our Christmas reviews from the Rat Hole.
Oh,
this is a super duper indie board game from Bullfrog Games, and I barely opened it. Like I kind of know what I'm looking at, but I don't know enough to talk about it because I haven't had a chance to play it.
So the cellophane wrapping has been taken off. He's open. He has done the unboxing, but has he done the playing?
But no, I have not.
He has done the unpacking, but not the unboxing.
Yes.
So
but I've got absolutely all
cool.
sorts of stuff. I've got something wild. I've got some Christmas stuff from Funko. Christmas lights. I'm looking back like I still have to use this microphone, but I have a mic on me.
I was gonna say you have a laugh mic. Look at you, fancy pants.
I do. I took it from my work, the one that I got this award for. Make fun of my work and my award.
Did you actually take it with permission?
Actually, they promoted me, so yes, I'm the one who gives the permission.
Oh, okay, cool.
Numerous awards.
But I've got this is a fun one I did last year. There is a review up of that. The Kringle Caper.
Kringle Caper.
This is a 18 card escape room.
Wait, what? Like 18 cards is the whole game, and you?
That's the entire game.
I would say that. What? I'm looking at this thing like it's an expansion pack.
No,
that's what I thought too.
Game. They have this. They have a Halloween one. They have an Independence Day one, and this has only just been announced. They will have I believe they're calling it the Cupid Caper, come out in the early new year.
Interesting.
This is Grand Gamers Guild, which I think is just grandgamersguild.com. They do have a print and play version of this, and quite honestly, it's one of the few games that I will print and play because there's so few of them. You just print it, cut it, fold, tape. Don't look at the front because that's the point of this. But yeah, no, they're great games. It is a one and done, but it's also very small and affordable. So
okay,
I loved that. Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman, which is a speed type game. And the card Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman, and each person flips a card, and then when the word and the card match, you slap.
Okay.
It is literally like Speed. Okay.
Yep. The other one was
Speed, the card game, as in if anyone's ever played Speed with a pack of regular 52 playing cards. Sorry.
Oh, good. No, the original version of this was Taco, which we have a version of, and I can never remember. Taco, cheese, pizza, goat, something. I'm sorry, Dolphin Hat. I wasn't planning to talk about this one. That review is coming, I think, next week. I've got Making Christmas, also from Funko Games. Nightmare Before Christmas. Holly Jolly from 25th Century Games. Review also up. That's one of the best games of the season, 100%.
Holly Jolly.
That's good. That's going to hit my shelf all the time. Okay.
Mark Robinson says, I think they should do a Doctor Who version of Cards Against Humanity because, well, I'm paraphrasing now, I'm adding words. They did do a Star Wars version, but no Doctor Who.
They need to do one.
It's unofficial pirated version.
Not
an officially licensed one.
Yeah, and that particular one, I know it got shut down by the BBC.
Yeah, because I can see them not wanting that. So you're probably going to have to find that in a Crabs Adjust Humidity version.
Yes. So 12 Days, another really great one. This is from Calliope Games, but it was designed by Cheap Ass Games, by James Ernest. And it's a triangularly built deck. So there's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3s, 4, 4s, 5, 5s.
Wait a second.
12, 12s.
Hold that back up. Oh, yep. I was gonna say it's illustrated by Echo Chernick. She is I want to say fixture because that's just a mean thing to say. But if you ever go to any large or comic conventions, she is absolutely intrinsically amazing. A lot of her work is she's done a lot of stuff that is she's done Doctor Who. She has done a lot of Doctor Who stuff that has been licensed and sanctioned and all that stuff. She's done stuff for the BioWare franchise. But yeah, I remember she does a lot of stuff for Calliope.
That's gorgeous.
She's amazing illustrator. If you're ever at San Diego Comic-Con, she used to do MegaCon when she was more of this side. Emerald City Comic-Con, she's there. Her and her husband Laz, absolutely fantastic, amazing people. I can't say enough about their artwork. If you ever, she also used to do product design. So if you ever drank Celestial Seasonings teas, and you ever see the one with the pretty dragon on the box or the fish on the box, That's her. So if you look at that artwork on Calliope Games, it looks kind of similar. That's her. She does a lot of tabletop stuff. Shadowlands, Shadowrun.
Shadowrun is definitely A1. I don't know if there's a Shadowlands.
That's her. It's Shadowrun. Also, okay, shutting up. Big plugs. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
That's okay.
But I know an artist. I have to start shouting. So.
The nice thing with this, if you know of a game, there's a game called Pairs, originally by Cheap Ass Games, which is now owned by Greater Than Games. It has a couple dozen different skins of the artwork and dozens and dozens of games. All of those work with this. It's the same idea, but this has 12 goes up to 12 cards. That one only goes up to 10.
Oh.
9. Because, of course, 12 days.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I've got a Gremlins Holiday Havoc game up here. A game on White Elephant. You know, like the White Elephant gift exchange. That's going to go up just after Christmas. That's going to be my New Year's one because I have a lot of Christmas stuff this year. I'm still unpacking. I even came back. I'm not even done this year's.
And now he's left.
Already.
And now he's back.
Yeah. I've already started picking up stuff for next year.
Oh.
Like I've already, and that one has got cellophane.
Yes.
Andrew Morris asks, do you know about the Who Adventure game book? Me, no.
That's not the same as the role-playing game. That's more of a choose your own adventure, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. I don't know that it was or
Andrew, let us know, because I'm assuming
I don't know it well.
Who knows? Okay, maybe Andrew. It's as big as a phone book.
There's lots of Christmassy stuff going on. There's more stuff up top there. Christmas trivia game, Nightmare Before Christmas, the Christmas Express game, which you can kind of almost, nope, you can't see it at all. Actually, these guys who put this out, Outset Media, also put out the Doctor Who Keys to the TARDIS game.
Ah, okay.
Which we did look at, I think, last year. And it certainly has shown up on camera a lot because it's the one with the bright orange cover. Which I just don't have. It's probably buried down there somewhere. All right. Well, I guess. So, as I was saying, because I just got back, my brain is fried. And so I'm not nearly as prepared as I would like to be. But I can certainly do Fluxx.
Well, I was going to say this. We are on a hard break. When we return, we're going to be doing a lot more talking about this. I also want to mention the discussion. First of all, I want to thank Amy Flowers and everybody at KaiserCon. It was a last-minute thing to go over there, and we were just given great hospitality by everybody at Kaiser College, and it's nice just to see everybody out there, just having a con before the end of the year. There are a few more conventions. They're all crammed up together because you said the last week was that convention. Were those two conventions, and last week was all. Yeah,
PAX and C2E2, which I was supposed to go to C2E2, but then at the last minute was like, I just can't.
We had
Kaiser fit another one in.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Spooky Empire was last week, right?
I really don't know.
I think they did like a pop-up convention. There's Janet. Beautiful there. Awesome outfit there. This is Arthur Dykman and we're going to try to see if we can have an interview with them in the new year. This is a chartered organization, the Guardians of Gallifrey, here in Orlando, Florida. They are a Doctor Who group. They've been around for 30 plus years, and Arthur runs the con out there. Plus, I got a special picture of one of our friends who's been around the con circuit. We've got George from Space Ghost Coast.
Yay!
So he's been added, and he is now part of the legend. And as soon as we can get the video together, we'll definitely have him over there. But without further ado, let's go to commercial break. When we return, please continue to stay logged on, tuned in, and become part of the legend.
Jackie Sonnenberg's My Soul to Keep is a ghost story rooted in the realities of actual cults. When 13-year-old Sky Monroe arrives at her new boarding school, all she can think about is death and connecting with the afterlife. Soon she discovers her school's spirituality group, the Guardians of Light, and they have a secret. They can speak with the dead, and the organization is a cult. But this isn't Sky's only problem. The campus house where Sky resides is haunted, and even the ghosts have an agenda. They intend on getting the souls they want. Filled with mystery and intrigue plucked straight from the headlines, author Jackie Sonnenberg's research and attention to detail give this ghost story an even more eerie atmosphere. Find My Soul to Keep on Amazon.com today.
Oh, brilliant! It's hard to believe that in the 56-year history of the greatest sci-fi television show in the English language, there has never been a fan guide to Doctor Who. The official books might give you what they think you need to know, but only a guide written by a true fan will give you what you really want to know. Join Whovian, the brilliant Mackenzie Flaw, as she takes you on an intensive journey inside the world of the first female Doctor. In the Binge Watcher's Guide to Doctor Who, Season 11. Right, let's get a shift on.
The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is powered by Ragin. If you're watching us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, wherever, or on our Twitter feed, you can always check us out on Twitter. We go live there as well. Don't thank us, thank our friends over at Ragin.
Hey there, this is Meredith Loughran with Ragin, and I wanted to let you know that we encourage and promote independent creators and their projects through organic interaction, consultations, and more. Visit Nita and me at RaginAVC.com for details and contact information. Hit the button.
Every time she says hit the button, I don't know what to do. Welcome back to the Legend
Push the
of
button,
Traveling
Frank.
TARDIS. Push the button. My name is Christian Basil, and here is the team for tonight. We are going to be talking about Doctor Who Fluxx, Fluxx, the card game, with our special guest host, Dave Chapman. Hey, Dave. Please continue on there.
All right. So yeah, why don't we just take a look at Fluxx, because this is one that is a great game, full stop. So let's just pull that up, and there we go. So this is Fluxx here, and there are many, and I just totally dropped a whole set of stuff. Versions of this game.
We're professionals.
Yeah. I am. This is the. I apologize to.
He wants to go to bed so desperately.
Things are just falling
you
all
sweet
over
boy,
the
we're
place.
so jet lagged.
I feel so bad for absolutely everybody who has to watch me right now.
Oh no! Please, it's fine. We're enjoying it. It's you know,
our
you don't feel
entertainment
good
tonight.
Everybody send love, thoughts, prayers, caffeine, sleep,
Caffeine.
Everybody in the chat
fluffy
right
throw
now.
pillows.
Everybody in the chats right now, give a big hug to Dave. Just type in the word hug. Big time.
Or if you have any type of jet lag kind of exhaustion, you know, little tips and tricks that Dave could do while on a live show, put them in the chats.
Oh.
You know, this will be fun.
Yeah, of course, it has
Thanks,
to be.
Sophie.
Yes, it does. And of course, I didn't have my computer set for Do Not Disturb, so things are popping up. All right, so Fluxx has, as I said, many versions. You know, they also have some small mini expansions. These are a couple that just came out for Star Trek Fluxx. A couple of Enterprise ones. They're not going to do a full Enterprise set, but they did want to still put in a couple of Enterprise things. I've got them all here except for Voyager Fluxx. One of my writers has that. But Doctor Who Fluxx is the one we're here to talk about. There is also a 13th Doctor expansion. So again, it is just a booster pack size that kind of modernizes this a bit. And there is a War Doctor promo card, if you can find it. But the game of Fluxx starts with 2 rules. You can you draw 1 card, you play 1 card. That's all. There is no win condition at this point.
Go fish.
Yep. So if I've got my cards here, right? I've got my 3 cards. I'm gonna draw 1 more card, which I apparently already did when I pulled these up. This is a whole whack of keepers. There are other kinds of cards. I would then, if I would draw one card, I would have to play one card. As the game goes on, these are all falling apart. New rules come into play. So, for example, draw 3. So now I would be drawing 3 cards, playing 1 card. Now I'm drawing 3 cards, playing all the cards. Draw 5 cards, play all the cards. If I didn't have a play all, maybe it's draw 5, and there's a hand limit of 2. That stinks, because you can still only play 1 card. It gets very chaotic. And then goals come into play. And the goals will change. So in this particular case, twice upon a time, you need to have in front of you the first Doctor, the 12th Doctor, and you cannot have any cards called creepers. Creepers are generally bad.
Okay.
Unless a card specifically says you can win with a creeper, you can never win if you have a creeper in front of you.
Okay.
So, for example...
So it's more like a discard, or...
that one, you would want to get rid of it, yes. This one here, Cyberman and a Dalek. So you need a Cyberman and a Dalek. Those are both creepers that are in here somewhere. Weeping Angel, Dalek. So there you go. So, and how you get rid of them tend to vary a little bit. The specifics of this game will change depending on what version you're playing, but they are all largely the same. Wow, I swear a year ago I extended this segment way longer. That really is the extent of the game. But if you get into a situation, it's really neat. You get into a situation with a play all. So I have, I have the first Doctor and the 12th Doctor in play. And somebody else is forced
Tom.
to play.
What are you calling it?
No, Tom, I'm calling you wonderful. Thank you for subscribing to my channel as well. I love you, Tom. You're wonderful. You're far from a creeper. But yes, they're in a situation where they have to play all. As soon as they play that, even if they're trying to hopefully play, something over top of it, as soon as that hits the table, I've won. So you can be the reason that somebody else wins. Which some people absolutely hate. Okay. Because it is an awful lot of chaos. You got other things here. So this one is a draw 3, play 2 cards. So that's you play that is your in this case 1 play. You put everything else aside and do that. Creeper Sweeper. All creepers in play are discarded. So there are ways to get rid of stuff like that. Let's simplify. Discard your choice of up to half, rounded up, of the new rule cards in play. Oh, look, now I can draw 5 and play 1 again. It is that fast and easy to learn this game. It is one, they do have a dual version of Fluxx. This will probably never, ever get ported over. Unfortunately. Just based on licensing. Because we all know what licensing is like.
Right.
In fact,
I know that too well nowadays.
Yeah. Looney Labs shares the license. They actually kind of sub-licensed through Gale Force 9, who do have one of the main gaming licenses for Doctor Who. So they co-produced this. As they did the same with the Star Trek Fluxxes, because they have that gaming license as well. But questions?
So there is an expansion pack that comes with it. I'm assuming the 13th Doctor's expansion pack out there. And it looks like you have not opened it yet.
I just opened it carefully.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I see.
So
dang it.
I do have somewhere I just swept her away. There she is there.
Gotcha.
One of the neat things actually in this is the future Doctor.
Oh,
this card counts as the highest
looks like Tom
Doctor
Baker
in play. Yes, yeah. I think I pulled this out when we were having that conversation about is the Tom Baker's needs to be the final Omega Doctor when he comes in as the not the caretaker. Oh, his new not necessarily him.
Yeah, I know the
curator.
Curator. Yes.
Curator.
Thank you. I'm surprised Melanie didn't jump all over that much sooner.
And I keep thinking, when I look at that, I look at the creature from season 2, or series 12, the beginning of the Spyfall series.
Yeah, and this comes out well before that. But yeah, there's all. I love the artwork in it. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
The
Doctor
it's
done
still really fun. Yeah, it's like you always know who you're looking at. There's your Captain Jack.
He's scruffy looking in that one.
He is a bit scruffy looking in that.
Hey, put that away. No.
Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Don't make me come
Well,
over
does
there.
that work if it's a card? I mean, I don't know if she's got that much.
Hey, if it can,
Well,
never mind. I don't want to tell you.
Yeah,
Stop.
No spoilers.
Stop it,
I
you.
promise no spoilers.
No spoilers. Melanie's only seen, as I just said to myself, in the third person. What am I, you? Good Lord. Now I'm the one that's completely out of it.
Amazing.
Oh, good. It's gonna be one of those shows.
Uh-huh.
Some of them just say the Doctor because all of the Doctor cards count as the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
There's your Ryan. There's your Yaz. Your fifth Doctor.
Where's Graham?
He's in here somewhere. I've shuffled things.
He's in
I know there's several Sonic Screwdriver cards in here. And yes, including hers. There's one of the goals.
Oh, okay. So they do have names of episodes and stuff. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, they're really good, but with any of their things of trying to really get into it. You will be upgraded. I mean, that's more of a quote, less of a name. But
how often do they make expansion packs? Do they just kind of do it as the show goes on? What they want to feel like it? Like how many cards is in an expansion?
Normally, they don't normally make expansions. This was an exception. So they do make them, but this was very much we still have access to the license. It actually got delayed quite heavily, waiting for the BBC to approve things. But this was just an opportunity to get a little bit in. They don't like doing it because it can unbalance the game.
Okay.
This game is balanced really, really well. So with the Star Trek ones, they have the Bridge expansion here that actually is designed specifically to mix the two.
Oh, okay.
Next gen and that. I haven't dug into these ones yet, but they have a similar sort of effect where they're meant to combine with other sets. But that's a rarity. Most of the time, the most recent one was Wonderland Fluxx. And as much as I would love to see, a part 2 to that, with some more stuff from Through the Looking Glass, it's not going to happen. This is a one-off. This is actually also somewhat of a limited edition. They did a smaller than usual print run. So if you like Alice in Wonderland, go find this. Review is on the site.
Right.
They got Holiday Fluxx, which is great this time of year. Technically, this is from Fully Baked Games, which is or Fully Baked Ideas. Sorry. They also have there's the Drinking Fluxx and Stoner Fluxx, I think. It is technically a different company because Looney Labs is a little bit more family oriented. But I mean, it's the same idea.
The drinking game. It's a Fluxx drinking game. That's what
it really is. Because the cards are actually a little bit more plasticized. They're actually have a little bit of a coating on them, so they are kind of spill proof.
Okay, seeing all this here, what is your favorite version of Fluxx? Which one is the one that sticks you out the most? Not being biased on Doctor Who, but
not being biased on Doctor. They're all really good. I haven't even played Firefly Fluxx yet.
So we see here, just in case, for our friends who are listening on audio, we have a Wonderland Fluxx, a Holiday Fluxx, Star Trek Fluxx, and a Doctor Who Fluxx that we can see
Wonderland
on the table.
Fluxx. Yeah, I've got the Star Trek Fluxx, Star Trek Next Gen, and Deep Space Nine here.
Wow.
There is a Voyager Fluxx as well. As I said, Deborah, one of my very, very much Star Trek loving friends and writers, has that one. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, no, there is all sorts. Like I said, every version of Fluxx is great because of the gameplay itself is very, very, very similar and works really, really well. But if you and I have too much of a broad geekery, I think, to say one of them is my favorite. But if you are a Star Trek fan, those are the ones you want. There's a Wizard of Oz Fluxx. There's a Math Fluxx, Anatomy Fluxx,
right?
Mini Fluxx. There's so many Fluxxes out there because it's one of those games that. Do I hear Doogie Howser?
Do you hear music?
I heard music, but it sounded like Doogie Howser.
It's okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's okay. I'll fix that during the commercial break. I
feel like I hear like someone on the phone and then a TV.
Music or something of that nature. Dave, we have a question.
What was that question?
I
saw a question pop up and I didn't actually see it.
What was the question?
I got it.
Dave, if you lose the Fluxx, do you eat tablespoon or sherbet? It's tablespoon of sherbet. Gotcha.
No, thank you.
But
no,
Andrew,
thank you. No, thank you.
It's Andrew's question. How much are these Fluxx games? Yeah, that's a good question. How much is the purchase? And where could
MSRP on them is, I want to say around $15, $20.
Okay.
Again, keep in mind I'm in Canada, so your country of origin may vary. I can easily bring that up. One thing that is I'm not going to put on camera, but I will mention it while I look up the pricing on this. If you order through
I bet it was
the Looney Labs website, they actually have right now a special Christmas gift. It's completely free. They will send it to you even if you don't purchase, as long as you're in the US. Completely free. And if you're outside the US, you pay I think it's like $5 US to get it.
Gotcha.
Just because it's stupid expensive for shipping stuff. I'm not going to say what it is, but that's something they've done every year. Look, here's a list of some previous ones. Aquarius Fluxx, anatomy or astronomy Fluxx, chemistry Fluxx, fantasy Fluxx.
Hang on one second. Keep going there, Dave.
Star Fluxx, Math Fluxx, Nature Fluxx. So yes, there's lots of those. I'm just going to try and find the store. Here we go, online store. I also just want to say, scream a big get well to Kristen Looney. She's been having some health stuff, so I want to just send her some love because she is a wonderful, wonderful human being. All of them are, but. Product line. Fluxx
I don't know if you saw the two comments I threw up there. Was Mark Robinson says UK price was £15, and then Andrew Morris came in with I've seen some just now between anywhere between £7 and £20 UK.
Yeah, so these through them it looks like it's about $16 US. So you can see there's just so many, and some of them are sold out. Like Firefly Fluxx is gone. Special edition. There's a Spanish version. Jumanji Fluxx, Marvel Fluxx. So there's Monster Fluxx. So yeah, there's all of these SpongeBob Fluxx. That one's a little bit more expensive and deserves to be. But yeah, so a lot of these, some of the licensed ones are a little bit more expensive, but not all of them. It really is. They're great. They make great Christmas presents. For fandom. They're not crazy. So if you got grandma playing, she may think it's a little bit too weird, but. She also might have a blast, especially if you got something that she likes.
There we go. And we're going to go to a commercial break, but I just want to make an announcement. Sadly, we just found out recently, and it affects a lot of people, not only in the state of Florida who know this gentleman, but he is very well known throughout the comic book world, and we want to just give a bit of a shout out to Mr. George Perez. He just recently, I'm going to read this from the Daily News, but we just found out recently, he states to the Daily News, I have stage 3 pancreatic cancer, and he's been sharing a lot of private moments, and everybody has reciprocated the love to George Perez. I believe I forgot where he lives in Florida. I know he's in the area somewhere. But we wanted to give a nice shout out to George. He's mentioned that it is a terminal condition, and don't want to end the holidays unlike this, but here's a man who, and we may even look into an episode to do for George, but I know people who know George in the area have been putting up Facebook pages of pictures with George, and we wish him the very well. We wish him the best for the time that he's got left, and we love him very much. So George, from everybody here at the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, we love you, and for whatever time you got left, we hope it's going to be wonderful for whatever you do in the future out there. We'll be right back with more. Oh, yes, Comic Book Legend, of course, Andrew. We're going to be back with more. We're just going to go ahead right into a commercial break. When we return, we're going to continue to stay logged on, tuned in, and become part of the legend.
Meet the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
But not the one you were expecting.
All right, sexy. It's time to go home.
Doctor Who Velocity. Streaming now.
The massive audio Doctor Who Bad Wolf Bluetooth TARDIS speaker. That's all I gotta say, one word. Wow. It looks like it just jumped right off the screen. Here it is in all its Bad Wolf glory. Right here is the on-off switch and the up and down volume. Right here's the speaker. The TARDIS stands about 6 inches from the bottom of the TARDIS all the way up to the top where the light is. Look at the detail. Wow.
Have you gotten your Pandex yet? Because now is a good time to get things started, because we're going to have, I've been speaking with Mort, who runs Doctor Who-Worlds-Apart.com. Please subscribe now, because there's going to be, apparently, if you're listening to this today is December the 14th, 2021. There's supposed to be a major announcement coming out from Mort. They just sent out an email, but something big is going to be happening hopefully before the end of this year. Again, don't forget to subscribe. You get 10 Pandex a day just by signing in, and you can use those Pandex to get some really decent cards out there. Not only that, but you can play for free. So Doctor Who-Worlds Apart. Please subscribe and tell them the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS sent you. Welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We're going to be wrapping up our little segment. I think we got one more commercial break. I think I skipped.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
That's okay. But we're back with Dave, who's going to be hosting us, talking more about Doctor Who Fluxx down there.
Sure. Well, I kind of moved on because that, to a couple other Doctor Who games. I was going to talk about more of these, but I'm not going to, partly because we have no time. But I want to give a shout out for the Doctor Who card game. I do have a video on that, on gameplay and everything. If you scroll all the way down at the banners, they're Christian. TheRatHole.ca/Who. That is all of my reviews on Doctor Who games.
Hold on, I'm looking for it right now.
It's right at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
right there.
So there is a video on the Doctor Who card game. It is a fascinating game where gameplay will be going right, and you, at the end of your turn, you pass your cards left. So you have this going on, and that's probably the most complex part about it. But it's got some fun art. This is the classic Doctor's edition. But basically, you've got all sorts of locations. You're playing
Nova.
You're on your own. You're playing enemies on your opponents. You got some Daleks. You've got Davros in here somewhere that can actually take over an attack. So if I attack with these guys, someone else can play Davros, and now that if they win, it's theirs. But you got Samara, who can be blocked by Tegan. You got the Macra in there. So there's some really fun stuff. A couple of different versions of Cyberman. And then the new edition, or newer, edition. There's a couple of versions of the new one. Because this came out just as I believe just before Peter Capaldi came in. They put an expansion for him and then a second edition that kind of combines that. So that the two unfortunately are not playable entirely together. The rules are the same, but if you can deal with the backs being different.
Right.
So that's that. I'm just going to push that all to the side now and just mention the Doctor Who role-playing game. I really do want to do an entire show on this at some point. It won't be right away. Probably sometime after the second edition comes out. These are just the covers of it. That's going to be the new core book. This is the current core book. And they've got a starter set coming out. And this has a... I'm going to flip this around because this is just the digital cut-up version. But you've got some sheets in here that I've got for a GM screen. They're going to have dice. These dice were from the old one. They're going to redesign these so they're a lot clearer, which I really like because that was the one thing I didn't like about these dice. The second edition is basically just more streamlined. Everything you've got, all of these source books are all going to be compatible with it with very minor tweaks. So that's really exciting. If you've seen this on the back of, I don't have a whole set, but the spines start making the logo.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Of all the Doctor source books.
That's amazing.
So right now, I've only got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here.
I didn't realize that there were so many ones out there already. I thought there was just the 10 and 11.
No, this has been around for like 10 years.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is not a particularly new game. Like these all came out for the 50th.
Okay.
Most of the Doctor ones, but this is like the fourth version of the first edition rule book. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, Dave, question from Mark. It says, does anyone know what was the name of the game that was like Warhammer 4000?
Yes, it's by Warlord Games. Shoot. They've got two games. They've got a smallized version that's, I think, just Exterminate. If you give me one moment, I can look because I'm in a group about it. There seems to be some discussion on whether that license is going to get renewed or not. Which is one of the reasons why I have not done any reviews on it. Is it Into the Time? Yes. Time Vortex, Exterminate, and so yeah, and I think Into the Vortex, I think, is the other side part of that game.
Gotcha.
And it's a miniatures game. Here's just a random, hey, Alex Emick, who I don't actually know, but you're the first person who shows up. So you got here's some of the random Facebook person's paint jobs.
Oh,
so you know,
gotcha.
They've got some great miniatures. I really would like to do a review on that. So if there's anyone over there who has any connections with Warlord Games, I'd love to get in touch. Cyber Army, sort of, not really. Okay, but yeah. So there's a lot more games out there. I have not reviewed by any stretch all of them, but I got of the ones that are currently available. I've got most of them. I think the only one that I do have some more of the Time of the Daleks game.
Oh, okay.
9. I got they come out with like basically Friends expansions, and that's the miniatures game that I think I showed off last year when I did this. Whoop! I'm trying to pull down a thing. So you got some little miniatures. I'm gonna have those coming out, but they came in basically right mid-pandemic. So try and get a group together to play when you can't. So that's coming, and I've got
question. I was gonna when can we all play this?
What is that? The main version of Fluxx, we can play anytime. It's online. You just can't play the Doctor Who version. This, yes, I've been trying to find someone who is interested in being the game master for it. and streaming for the internet is an extra challenge for a lot of people. So some people have so I've not had a great deal. So again, if you are a player and you're watching, and you would like to run a streaming show of the Doctor Who role-playing game with the cast of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, please get in touch with us. At that point, Christian, why don't you go to commercial?
You got it. Hang on a second. Wow, that was a nice segue. I thought it was bad at those. That
segue is no worse than yours, Christian.
Please continue to
no on. It was not any worse.
Commercial. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, hush.
You have more options than ever before when choosing a film, a television or internet series, a book to curl up with, or even a radio show or podcast. Get to know the people who are creating for you. The Hangin' With Web Show, hosted by award-winning author and journalist G.W. Pomacher, is the internet's fastest-growing web talk show series. The Hangin' With Web Show features professional, yet casual, in-depth interviews with creative arts and entertainment pros. Meet the people behind a digital revolution in creating more quality content than ever before in the history of media. Find the Hangin' With Web Show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or simply go to www.hanginwithshow.com. That's www.hanginwithshow.com.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Welcome back to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS as we wrap up our final portion of the episode with TheRatHole.ca Dave Chapman. Check out TheRatHole.ca/who and all of his information you can check him on the YouTube channel where he, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you actually do review of games on there on your YouTube channel, as well as on your Twitter and on the Facebook page. Look up TheRatHole.ca. Awesome. Yes. Welcome back there, folks. The
easiest place to find everything for me is the Linktree address that is right below that banner.
Got it.
Banner there, Christian.
Got it.
Yes. So Linktree, linktr.ee/TheRatHole.ca. So all my social media, including the YouTube. My goal is to have another 20 people by the end of the year would be great. Just a hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Because YouTube is terrible if you don't have enough subscribers of having any sort of a usable URL. hate it. But I'm going to pop this up because I got it handy. Whoop.
I got your link.
So there is, you can
bite your link.
Exactly. So there is an online version of Fluxx here. This one is on Board Game Arena.
Oh, okay. I just caught that it's just Christian's mouth and nose, like right there.
Yeah. And my coffee.
No.
It's online. Tabletopia's got a version as well, specifically Monster Fluxx. So yeah, there's all sorts of ways you can play online. Just not this version.
Okay.
Awesome there.
So yeah, that's kind of a really terrible. I apologize to Leaky Labs and Cubicle 7 and Gale Force 9 for how poorly I have shown off your games. Oh my god.
He's out cold. Dave, you want me to take over for there? You want me to run that?
Yeah, because I can't do this. I'm just gonna
He's not even speaking in real words.
Yeah,
he's done
really badly. He definitely needs to give us up.
Andrew.
You don't don't give a flux.
Yeah, I
We
fluxed
don't
it
give
up
a
all right.
flux.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello, Ramona. Thank you
Hello.
for joining us out there. And please continue in the chat. We're here for a few moments. Did you guys want to do a watch party, or you want to go ahead and end the show a little bit early?
Watch party?
Oh, I'm sorry, not watch party. After
Like,
party.
what are we
after
watching?
Party. After
Yeah,
party.
I was
After
wondering that
party.
too. I'm like, what are we
After
watching?
party.
I was like,
After
oh.
party.
I'm going to answer Mark's question here because I see it
Go
now
ahead.
that I'm staring at my actual computer. Which type of Doctor Who game do I prefer to play? The RPG, card game, board game, miniatures game, or video games? I don't play video games.
I'm the video game
Almost
person.
never. Yeah.
Yeah, Melanie's
there's our video game person right there, is Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie has a Twitch channel you want to check out. Mackenzie, tell everybody about your Twitch channel, just to let them know so they can hook up with you.
Well, yeah, I'm actually on Twitch at Mackenzie Floor, but I'm also on YouTube, and I do plan on streaming the video game versions, the most recent ones that were done. Besides Doctor Who Worlds Apart, there's one that was, there's a couple that were done on PC, though it's hard to really get them because they are outdated. Though I have heard that they still do play, so I'm going to be trying that out. I just recently got a streaming PC, so maybe next time that we do an episode, you actually see me in my new room, which looks much better than these white walls. But I will I'll be streaming that. There's a Matt Smith one that I'll be streaming as well.
Gotcha. And ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, next week.
Bless you, Dave.
Next Tuesday.
Thank you. I muted it.
Nice. Next week at 6:30, because they asked me to move it just about a half hour, we will have the return of Phantasmagoria. They're going to be doing a special show. And if you haven't seen the ones that they've done from last year in 2020, they did a Halloween special and a Christmas special. Check it out next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever that is in your world. You can just keep an eye out on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page when we go live. They will be doing a live show at 6:30 for a Christmas special. And they have not even involved me in what they are doing. They just kind of just let me know that they're going to be doing it. And we are working out something that you can also watch it simulcast live on the Phantasmagoria Facebook page. So Lord Byron and I, once he works out the kinks and the technology, we will try to see if we can do a simulcast over there. Also, don't forget December UK at 11 p.m. Okay, yeah. And thank you, guys. Thank you so much for staying up. I mean, some of these folks are over in the UK and in other places where Sophie was doing the watch party with me with a bunch of other people when we were doing the watch party. She was like, yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, you guys are crazy. I love you guys. I love you guys. But if you need sleep, this episode will be on. I just won't be live. You know, we keep these episodes out there. Andrew Morris.
Fluxx is great. I think that's actually might be the first version of Fluxx I ever played.
And I don't have the banner, Melanie. I apologize, but Melanie has a special if you want to check out her unpacking of chocolates. Immense amount of chocolates. She has a special episode. The only reason why I brought it up is if you're in the holiday mood, that'll bring you into the mood of her unpacking of UK chocolates. It's in our YouTube channel, as well as if you are looking for some special recipes, even in some vegan recipes for the holidays. We have our TLTT Thanksgiving foodie special, but you can always have those foods around any time of the year that you'd like. Yeah, after party, 3 a.m. in the morning. My goodness, you people are crazy.
Hey,
ready for the next one.
You got to be, when you're a Whovian, you got to be dedicated. I mean, that's
I know, and we love you guys for the dedication that you just staying up with us all night long out there. Now, again, keep in mind, there it is. So you had not finished that night.
I love you, Mark, intrinsically, but I'm not the biggest chocolate fan, so I'm just slowly savoring this. I might during the show, because most of this I wasn't on camera. I've eaten 2 Curly Whirlies. Thanks to you. But yeah, I still have a lot of this left. I'm slowly going through it. I am going through it. I am enjoying it, and I am savoring it. But I have it. Although I have considered maybe seeing if I could like sell these little contraband bombs here. Those Kinders. They're Kinders, by the way. Anybody on the podcast, they're Kinders. But yeah, I still have, and I'm saving the flake bars because I want to, when it's not as, well, it's not chilly out now, but I've been saving them so that when I go to like Twisty Treat or whatnot, I can make myself like a 99, you know, kind of. Can't nobody can make a Mr. Whippy here. They won't even know how to make one. But yeah, I still have so much. Mark, look what you did.
Oh my God.
I was like, I was expecting them to be gone. If I had gotten a box like that, it would have been gone like a long time ago.
No, it's got so Mark went nuts, and
I had
the Chunky Dodgers were amazing though. Even my husband loved
them. There you go. When do you want me to send you another box, says Mark? Oh my God.
I wouldn't be able to eat them all. I'm still trying. Like at night, I'll have a few of the wine gums, and like my husband says, I'm weird because I'll put them in the fridge. So they're really hard.
Do you understand, Mark? If she eats enough, we're gonna roll her around like Violet Beauregard around the convention floor.
But I'm not a big. I really do like chocolate, but not like crazy. And yeah, those sherbet things.
Share the love.
I threw those away. oh, those little sherbets though. They went flying. Oh, but I'm saving these for Christmas. Those will go on Christmas.
Whoa.
Oh, Tom,
yes, my Publix has them too.
Yeah, we got that little international
Publix
section.
has a decent little section. And if you are in Pinellas County, we have a store called London Pride. It also ships throughout the country. And Carol gets a lot of the candies and stuff that Mark was able to send me. But there's a lot of stuff in here that I've never, ever seen.
But
yeah, I'm never having those. Don't ever send me sherbets.
If you ever see
those were horrible. They were horrifying. Sorry.
If you ever see me at a convention, there's not a better than zero chance that I have either some Canadian Smarties or a Coffee Crisp on me.
Okay, honestly, the Smarties were on the best damn thing in the world. I like Smarties better than M&Ms, and those they're gone. But I did take a while because I kind of like savored them. Like I've had like a few like here and there because they were just really good. So Mark, you've converted me to Smarties. Y'all Smarties, not the American chalk ones.
Yeah, I haven't even had Canadian Smarties before, so that's even
they're good.
Yeah. And majority the Jammy Dodgers are the only thing British, I think, chocolate wise I've ever had. Everything else I have.
Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes.
Bless him.
Diabetes. You know, I don't know why this reminded me of. I went to Epcot this past weekend and got to Epcot. They brought back. Oh God, Withers originals.
It's the popcorn from Epcot. Kevin bought me a bag. Wow. He gets me a bag of caramel corn when he goes.
You know what came back?
I've been snacking them all day.
And they got it tucked away. What came back to Epcot? It's under a new form. I forgot the new name, but it's Ice Station Cool. Ice Station Cool is back, and I didn't care. For those of you
Beverly.
who are familiar, I took a whole swig of Beverly just to be reminded what Beverly tasted like, and I was like, "Oh my God, I savor the flavor." And if anybody knows anything about Epcot and the Beverly and the Ice Station Cool and the Beverly drink from Italy, but I didn't care.
Italians have no
I downed it. I know. I was like, yes. Dan says, my wife is upset that all the local stores are downsizing their British food section. Yeah, because they're hard to get in. It's getting harder for the overseas. I mean,
specifically UK stuff.
Just think about it. I that part because I work with insurance companies. That part that you could be able to go down to the AutoZone. It only took 10 minutes to go down the street. Now you go there. It goes, it'll be in 10 days. So it's really getting weird out there. Totally weird. So
supply chain.
Totally,
my friend is a mechanic, and he said that it got to the point where there's a woman, this was of last month, that she just needs a water pump for her vehicle, and she's not going to get it till January.
I know.
This was last month.
Ridiculous.
So she's going to be riding around in a rental on the dealership dime for the better part of 3 months.
Wow.
Because of a water pump. That would typically be like a $400 part plus labor, blah, 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 blah.
Oops, sorry there, Mackenzie. Here we go. Blunk.
That's my credit.
There you go.
Everybody,
if you haven't had a chance yet, please right now, go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. You'll be able to find the page because the new banner, as you can see from here, this is actually taken from Universal Studios. You can see Santa waving at the Traveling TARDIS. I got that just right. It's got Santa waving at the Traveling TARDIS, and don't forget, there's exclusive content. Of course, the episode that's premiering right now, Game On, Doctor Who Gives a Fluxx, the game, and we have all of the episodes of the reviews of all 6 episodes, so you can check it out, including the foodie episode. Where is it? Right there. There we go. I couldn't find the banner. The unboxing UK sweets of candy, so you can see Melanie out there as she unpacks and gobbles way out down there.
It's Tom replacing you.
Don't forget that Simon Fisher Becker has put up a new episode. Which planet are you? What he's asking. It's a sci-fi vlogs. Simon says, which planet do you think you are? And he's going to be asking that. And just make sure when you get a chance, go over there. The segments are only like 10-15 minutes long. Very short segments, but just fun if you want to see how Simon is doing and his take on science fiction. Of course, the Game On series that we're doing right now, which includes this current episode, Doctor Who Gives a Fluxx, and some little tidbits and stuff, some holiday extras we're going to put in there. Plus,
scroll all the way down.
Yeah, sure.
All the way. What's that down there? Oh, look, that's me.
That's the TheRatHole, yes. If you want some suggestions on...
Apparently that jet lag didn't kill him completely off for shameless self-promotion.
He saw it right there. But yeah, if you want to check out
that's all I've been doing for the last week is promotion.
Bravo.
I don't
might as well get it for yourself.
I'm out to go.
You can check out these amazing channels, sci-fi.radio, Wizard World, The Rat Hole. Simon has his own private channel, Geek Insider, The Hanging With Web, which we simulcast to Geek to Me Radio, run by James Enstall. You can check out his series every Sunday night. Subscribe, and you can see him live. Our friends over at the Spacebook, Diversely Geek, Comics, and more. And Sites and SideQuest. Jess and her family go out to all these theme parks and check them out there. Now, here's one right here, and I'm hoping by the new year, you will know why that these folks are here. This is BBV Productions by Bill Baggs. Hopefully in the new year, we will be talking about that and many, many more. So please subscribe now. Guys, we are up to, let me see the last refresh. Hang on a second. Because our goal is to get 2,000 by the end of this year. We're a little bit flagging, but we got a lot of people joining up. So we are now at 1,611 as of this moment. As we record this live, there are 1,611 people subscribed to our YouTube channel, and we are constantly growing out there. Also, if you haven't had a chance, where it all started, where are we? We have set a new record, which I'm very happy of. We've reached our goal, and if you know a few friends who want to join us, go over to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS at facebook.com/the Traveling TARDIS for our 25 Days of WHOMas. We've hit 56,000 followers. That's a lot of Whovians. That's a ton of Whovians out there. Plus our 25 Days of WHOMas. We're going to have music. We have clips from Doctor Who. We have classic and new stuff that the Traveling TARDIS is going out there with new pictures and such. So please check it out. Please check out our YouTube channel. And don't forget, if you want to promote yourself here on 11 Minute Traveling TARDIS, just email Sage at hangingwithshow.com or myself. We'll get you the price, rates, and everything that you need. And of course, if you are listening to us, thank you for joining us on the audio. iHeartRadio, sci-fi.radio. You can get the free app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, cbsradio.com, Spreaker, Player FM, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can join in on the legend out there. Does anybody have any last words or anything of that nature? Because we can keep going.
100.
What's that? I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Thank you to Cyborg 100 who just subscribed.
Okay, thank you.
Yay!
That's right. Go to
you guys.
Go to TheRatHole.ca. You can subscribe there as well, please.
Are we doing after party?
Oh, we're already in it.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I didn't know whether or not we clicked out or whatnot. So
we're kind of. Well, you know what? Let's make it official. Hang on.
Mark.
Let's make it official. What's
that? Ouch.
Dave just hit the subscribe on your channels because I felt sorry.
Well, I'll take it either way, but ouch.
Nice.
Wait.
It's
So
a
which
pity
channel?
sub. It's a pity
I know.
sub.
I see. I think I
I
should
just want
be.
to say, that sounds delicious. I've never had ginger wine, Dan. That sounds
No.
delicious. I want that. That's a terrible plan for me, I think, right now.
That does sound good.
I love
though.
ginger beer, but that does sound really good.
I like ginger anything, quite frankly. If you throw ginger in it, that's what I was gonna grab. I have a gingerbread shingle from Epcot. Or no, sorry, Grand Floridian. Kevin went.
Let me make this official. Hang on one second.
Yeah, because they're gonna need to know when to cut off the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Too late.
Too late.
Well, Sage is gonna have some words with you.
Yep.
Oh, she'll have a few.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, just for full disclosure, for people who we put those intros and outros so that the folks over at the Hanging With team, they do our audio podcast. Thank you guys so much. Please join them as well. It's the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. We're also simulcast there as well. But those little markers that we put in there is to let them know when the episode starts and ends, because also we simulcast over to Sci-Fi Radio. And if we go past an hour, the radio station actually cuts off whatever's left over, so we have to try to stay within that time frame. And
I'm already subscribed.
There we go.
I'm already subscribed, so I couldn't help.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I had already subscribed prior.
So,
he and I
Yeah.
both already had. We
You
got
guys
our
are
YouTube
wonderful.
channels already cooked together.
It's true. I do want to say as well, seeing as how we're
Sure.
at this point, I'm going to add this back into the stream.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
y'all like that really cool backdrop, that like tablecloth that I got going on there for the stuff,
Yeah.
that's actually all of that is actually the board for Over Battle.
Oh my goodness.
That entire table's worth of this
That's basically your entire grid. It's your map.
Wow.
is your map.
Whoa.
Look at
That's a really cool concept, making it the tablecloth.
Yeah.
And now I need to.
They do have a neoprene version, but I'm gonna just.
There's a Christmas
For
pudding
context,
wine that I get.
for
I'm trying to find it. Get from English Heritage. Let's see. Sorry, I'm off in my own world right now.
It's okay. Like this
I'm off in my own world with drink.
Coming.
Oh, see,
I got this, and this is literally half of my suitcase coming back. Like it's a massive game. I'm excited.
No, hate that. Well, I mean, at least it didn't weigh much, so
Yeah,
that's when I brought this one. When I brought the helmet back, that guy, he both took up space and was heavy. I was like, good.
I was
should
lucky.
wore
I
it like
also
a
had bunch of,
hat.
cookie cutters and stuff. So I also had a bunch of light stuff in my suitcase. So it's like that's not light by any stretch. Like that box is full. That was just the lid. But yeah,
Oh.
and Christian just going,
Yeah.
it's all off the lid.
Well, let me address Sophie's question. Sophie, just to let you know, our shows are normally an hour long, especially on the audio podcast and on sci-fi.radio, because that's usually. Sometimes they may overrun. And because we had episodes where they kind of did run off, or we did have our guests or celebrities that wanted to stay here longer, but we didn't get to all the questions, we usually go into another 30 minutes, which is the after party, which are the segments that only are exclusive on the YouTube channel or in the video sections, but not on the audio. So, Christian, you need to carry on after 2 hours and 30 minutes to a 3 a.m. normal life and watch parties.
Well, if we do that, we just have to invite Nisha.
I know. There were a couple.
Yeah, Nisha could do it because she's over.
I do have an interview with Nisha and her Diversely Geek team on my channel, and it went 2 hours, and I had to cut it off. I'm just like, no, I can't. We're at 2 hours. We're done. I love you all. But we just kept going. She's brilliant and wonderful and amazing and passionate. Fluxx is 1 to 4, 1 to 6, or 1 to 6, 2 to 6, 2 to 6.
Okay, because I was like, I like how you gave 3 different answers, each with a question mark at the end, and then the definitive 2 to 6.
I spent the last all of PAX, if I wasn't mediating, demoing a game that is 1 to 5 players, Chai, and it just that is like
muscle memory.
Yeah,
it's muscle memory basically for your mouth.
For my mouth. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Andrew says thank you.
You're welcome, Andrew.
So Sophie, especially when we were a part of the Wizard World, they would allow us 90 minutes and 30 minutes just to play around or talk about upcoming things, which and
they were also very good about the start at 6.
Yeah, it's true. They did remind me about that quite often. Hey, today
That's my
this episode
fault.
was not me. This episode was not
Nope,
me.
this is all that was. The delay was 100%
anything.
on me. As
I can't
was
say anything.
saying,
Dude, I rolled in here at 6:01, please.
That's true.
So I can't. I mean, I could hide behind that.
I was trying to find info on the role playing game on the PDF that I have too, and it's just.
Well,
so what's
we
our
got
favorite? Everyone's favorite Christmas episode?
The Christmas Carol.
Because he's asked that several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's same with me. Definitely Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
I'm
sorry, and maybe that episode had one
now.
of those wibbly wobbly. You could like, okay, that wouldn't work type deals. I still love the hell out of it. I thought that was especially the ending where he goes, I'm showing you right now your future. I'm like, oh my god. It's like, and the moment when he's about to strike the kid, I'm just like, if you didn't have a tear in your eye, I mean, you have no soul. That's all I'm saying. It's just like, that was just a gorgeous episode. So it's not Christmas with me unless I put it on the DVD player and run that a couple times. So that's, to me, Christmas. And wait a minute, I'm going to take this moment since I'm just going to say this. Chris Chibnall, by some chance you keep on going, if Lifetime Network can make 2 to 3 movies a year about Christmas, we can have Christmas specials. And RTD, I'm counting on you to bring them back. So I'm just saying, I miss Christmas. That was, you know what, to me, that was a traditional thing for Doctor Who. It was a Christmas special. And even if it was kind of just off, like the Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, I appreciated that they were there. And I was like, when they were expanding on the end of time where it was a Christmas and a New Year's, I'm like, come on. And then I saw the Halloween apocalypse and I was like, that's great. After that, there's nothing in name besides the Halloween. There was nothing Halloween about it. I think it was just in name. I don't remember anything.
It took place over Halloween.
Right. It took place over Halloween. That's it. So
see, for me, it's like because I didn't say which one because I had to look at the names of them. For Christmases, funny enough, I like the 12th Doctors, so I like the Husbands of River Song. I thought that one was hilarious.
Yes,
and so that one, and then even Twice Upon a Time. I thought for Christmas specials I thought the 12th Doctors ones were really freaking good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go wild. I'm going rogue and not going with Christmas Carol.
All the Christmas specials. All the Christmas specials.
Yeah, all the Christmas specials.
I said
although I didn't like Last Christmas because I think it would have been. I bet you that I would like to see the original draft of Last Christmas to see if Clara actually left and died. Then maybe it would have been my favorite episode ever.
Sorry.
Again, I loved Clara. Then she held everything hostage, and I just.
I have to agree. I felt really angry. It was the first time ever I was like really angry at a companion because she decided to go back with the Doctor after all this had taken out Danny, and she still went running right back into the TARDIS. At some point, either she should have, bit the dust, or grew old and just said, "No, I'm done running" and stuff like that, or I just could not. It made me hate her. It's like, my goodness, your boyfriend died.
There was usually I'm very, very good about disconnecting between the actor, the background, what's behind the scenes and what's on the camera. I'm usually really good about delineating those. But for some reason, I could not separate, the fact that you had that background stuff going on with the actress. And I think I couldn't get rid of it because to me it did bleed together. It's like, it's like for me when you watch Jurassic Park, great movie. Then you watch, and if you read the book, you're like, oh, okay, well, you're not gonna be able to put everything in the book in a movie. That's fine. Then you read The Lost World because that came out in the timeline, and you read The Lost World and go, this makes no sense. This has nothing to do with the first book. Why is the book The Lost World based off the movie The Jurassic Park? So it was like one of those times where it's it didn't make sense, and that's the third one.
Guys, I'm just doing this because somebody had just entered into our chat. I am so glad they are here. Mort, we already ran the commercial. Mort already
Who's
ran
this?
the commercial, but I'm going to run it again in your honor, just for this. So
Who's this
please
guy?
subscribe
I know
right
there's
now.
something exciting happening.
Love.
Let me clear out the chat. So let me get that, and let me run the commercial for him again. There we go.
Do y'all got your pen decks yet? Sign in.
Yeah.
Get them.
And it's perfect timing that you showed up too, because we were talking about the gaming streaming that I was wanting to do, and the room's ready.
I'll tell you what, more we'll talk afterwards, because the next two episodes, the next two Tuesdays we've got Phantasmagoria coming back next week. There's an episode I truly wanted to do every single time I've been doing episodes around the holidays, and I really wanted to just do it the following Tuesday. But if you want to do a special after which, by all means, we'll talk about it, either getting closer to the holidays or whatnot. But yes, we do want an episode. We want tons of episodes where we can play the game out there. Oh, of course.
And everyone, and everybody, if you are, make sure you go on to Doctor Who Worlds Apart. Make sure you sign up for their newsletters, for their emails, because that's where you get to find out all the cool little things, especially how they had the announcement on Twitch today, that you can follow, and also the contest that was going on on that you could win tickets to Doctor Who Time Fracture and flights to London. So make sure you get on here. See, and then there's buttons for you to click it or stuff. Doctor Who Worlds Apart. Go on there, subscribe, check the game out, check everything out. Go back to our own little go back into our episodes. We've done a couple episodes not even a couple. I think we've done quite a few now of unboxing, of unboxing our packs. How I am going to beat all these people with my army of Ood. How Nisha's then in turn going to beat me because she has like 18 billion legendaries. And how I do plan on beating Christian because I know what alacrity is.
Jeez, whatever.
So all these inside jokes can be found on YouTube. So go in our previous episode.
I'm just letting you know, if we do another unpacking.
Fat Viking Uber. Yes.
There's a number 4. Oh, wow. Okay.
That's amazing.
If you just saw in there where I got my 10 Pandex for signing on, and it's free. You do this every day. You earn the Pandex, and you can use that to get some sweet cards online there. And I just want to let you know, there's a 4 by that number.
That'd be cool.
Right there. So when we unpack, I'm definitely going to be bringing that up. And the Fat Viking will be picking up at the airport. Yeah, promises.
Gatwick
Bring me.
or Heathrow. I don't know. Otherwise, I would Uber.
Bring us.
I'm assuming Heathrow.
Bring
Gatwick,
us.
we just take the train. The Fat Viking train, I guess. Rail? I don't know.
Viking cruises. That's what they have over there. So Fat Viking cruise. I love it.
But yes, go on to Doctor Who Worlds Apart, Dash Worlds Apart, or technically a hyphen, if you will, and just check out the game because we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have Xmas on Scaro Mastermind Master. Oh, Master Minate Master. Okay, I couldn't say
X Master Nate.
X Master Nate. What we got here? Which World Apart was actually real trading cards? The look amazing digital as MTG player. These World Apart are cards. Yeah, they are amazing, and they're just making more. And the blockchain technology, still trying to figure it out. I know Melanie knows it a little bit more than I do, but I mean,
that's because I follow Mort on Facebook, and when he does all the amazing, this man has been a keynote speaker to so many different events. It's insane. I wish I had some of his energy. I know Dave wishes he had some of his energy, especially right now after all of his little jet lag he's dealing with. I mean, I was doing one convention a month. I have no idea how on earth Mort's able to do it. No clue.
And a lot of times I was following that stuff while I was working on the schedule, like in the middle of the night. So yeah.
What I think is he needs to pick you up and bring you to Alberta. I think that's what Morton's just offering right there.
No,
I'll
I'll fly out to London and we'll hang out and keep pitching the game like crazy. I'll just keep.
Yeah,
you can see my marketing hat just starts going nuts. My sales and marketing
hat for just a little bit there. There you go. So I'm going to briefly run through this, but starting in the new year, we have 2 conventions back to back. We will be attending Central Florida Comic-Con, as you can see here. CFCC is January 15th through the 16th. Get your tickets now online at centralfloridacomicon.com. They do have, I believe, the hotels are having a special discounted rate. You can see all the celebrities up.
Is that RP Funding Center again?
That's the RP.
Okay,
RP
yeah.
Center,
yeah. The hotel is like there's one next to it.
There's one next to it. It's just a little too pricey for me. Otherwise, that'd be awesome out there. But I
can't say anything. I drive back and forth.
Oh, shush. I would love to say that there's a hotel just like literally around the corner. Yeah, it's not that far. The hotel wasn't that bad. But here are all the celebrities that are going to be there, including us, yours trulies, that are going to be out there doing our panels for Doctor Who, which we're going to be assembling. Hopefully.
And who knows? I know that as we start working on our panels, to start submitting to everybody. Hopefully, we can get Worlds Apart in there and start playing games live, so that way we can get more people into it. And then I can destroy all y'all with my army.
Whatever. Shush. And the week after that will be VillaCon, which will be taking place over at the Doubletree, located over by Universal. Good. I don't know why I was thinking SeaWorld.
January 21. So it's the following weekend.
It's the following weekend. We're going to be out there all weekend, and it's a horror convention. We're going to be doing one panel. And I think we might be asking the question that we asked last year, because we had Jessica and stuff, but we have more of the team over there. The question that we might even have, it as a topic of an upcoming, maybe around Halloween or stuff. Is the Doctor good or evil? That is the panel that we're going to be having out there.
Very intriguing.
January's going to murder me.
So, yeah.
But it's like Walt Disney World. When Mort picks you up, Mel, go to London. I will meet you from Essex in London. Okay, because London is so tiny. I'll meet you in Farringdon Station. You can
don't forget the husband. Just leave Kevin here. He's always going to Disney.
We support you too.
Yeah,
always. We love you too.
And you're in Denver's.
And destroy you with my White Star Point. You know what?
Well, somebody has an inside trick of knowing what cards you can get. Randomness, really? My ass.
Exactly. Whatever you did for Nisha, can you do the same for us?
That would be awesome. Yeah, I know.
What was it? 7 out of 10 legendaries? I'm like, my God, more what?
I know. I had to buy all of my legendary ones.
Hoovy Wanderer. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much, Wanderer. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. And subscribe. Like
Sci-Fi Barto.
I think.
Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out all the schedule here.
Yeah, Sci-Fi Barto's in February, and I believe Melanie, you're going to be there, right? We'll get more information. We'll get more information as we get closer out there. So Hoovy Wanderer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, February 19th is Sci-Fi Barto.
Okay, and it's free admission.
Yes.
Free parking if you can find it.
It's a huge main street out.
I know, but it was just
beautiful. It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why it's so hard to find a parking spot. It's free parking for the most part.
When you're a vendor, you get there early.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to get there early if you want a good spot. And there's going to be tons and tons and tons of vendors, including yours truly, Melanie Dean.
Yep. And I mean, con seasons, everything's getting scheduled to rebooked. All the schedules started going out again. And I mean, at least the thing that we were having fun with MegaCon and SuperCon, they were on the same day, much to the chagrin of
yeah.
especially
Okay.
vendors and whatnot. I know SuperCon was moved. I can't remember when, but they're no longer on the same day.
Yes.
Hoovy Wonder
That
was
was a good thing because I had made sure once I saw that I'm like, oh look at this, it's changed because it didn't affect me because I'm up in Michigan, so I'm up in the north. Everybody else, well, except for Dave. Dave and we're both like the same thing. But I think I'm gonna do that convention that you were at that we saw each other at this year. I think I'm gonna.
OxyCon.
Yeah.
In Saginaw, Michigan. Oxy Media, also known as they do is it Victory Point Comics. I forget what their comic imprint is, but Deepwater Games, they do comic books, and they had a amazing little convention that I was at and in Saginaw, and
which is you, Dave.
Yes.
When?
Yeah,
Thanks,
and I went
it was
my Jody.
I don't know when it'll be next year. It was right in between Gen Con and Origins this last year. So it was when I was down there in September. But yes, thank you so much, Dan.
And wait, I thought we'll do the same thing. It will be because I think Gen Con was announced that it's going to be in August, if I'm remembering correctly.
Usually it's in August.
Yeah. That's in August, and then there's Indiana's in April. It's like already, like you were talking about, Melanie. It's like already, I have 2 cons that are already asking. They're like, "Will you be a guest?"
Oh, I could have sworn I heard that SuperCon had moved, and now I'm looking at their website, and it's still saying on their website that they're the same weekend as MegaCon. So now I'm kind of going, on their website it still says it's May.
I had seen in one of my groups that Lexi had said something differently. So.
Yeah, because I know somebody had said something. So I don't know if it was maybe they sent out to other vendors. I do not know.
No, well, at least their Facebook page still has May.
Yeah, so maybe somebody was telling me a different one because I could have sworn it was a Facebook group too.
Yeah,
you know what?
So never mind.
I'm pretty sure it was the same one.
Probably at MegaCon, y'all.
Here's the thing. It could be because it was on a different date, maybe a different year. They were looking at the wrong year.
They probably looked at the wrong year.
Oh, that could be.
It's also possible. Like Fan Expo scheduled the Edmonton and rescheduled the Calgary and Edmonton Expos within 2 weeks of each other. They are normally 6 months apart.
Yeah. Fan Expos are all one on top of another.
This is an automatic way to reduce the number of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Hoovy and Wanderer, we're doing great. We're
doing great. We're all a little bit insane.
Well, at least three of us are sleep deprived, or 2 of us are sleep deprived.
I'm just getting off work, so add me into that.
I'm just rolling with it.
There you go.
I'm just looking at convention schedules now because I'm trying to figure out when we're going to do all these world apart things and where.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I already have 2 emails that from cons are saying, "Will you please go do this? I don't know. Will you sign up for this? Will you be a guest at this one?" And I already know that Alexi's looking for my email, which I forgot to even respond back to. So I got to do that. And I know the other one that I'm like, I have one that I love to go to, which is Confusion. That's in January. But because it's Michigan, every single year there's either a major snowstorm or there's a blizzard every year on the date, like to the T.
Really?
And this past year, of course, because of the pandemic, there was no one, so they skipped this year, and now I've been invited to go back to the next one, which I love to do because pretty much I'm just there and I do panels. That's all I do. I'm their Whovian, so I do all the talking about Doctor Who, and then now somebody's asked me to do a speech about audiobooks and screenplays and all that. But I'm like, do I want to sign up for it when I know there's going to be a snowstorm? It just always.
At least you can plan for a snowstorm. I don't know what I'm doing. So February, I'm either going to be in Nuremberg for the Toy Festival or in Winnipeg for Game of Toba. I don't know which one because it kind of depends a little bit on COVID.
Yeah.
Will Germany let us travel there?
That small thing.
Mark, if you're playing Nisha, you'll need more.
Yeah.
If you're playing Nisha with her 7.
Yeah.
Dave, you got another subscriber.
Dave.
Subscriber. You got another one.
Yeah.
I did.
Look at that.
Yeah. No, I thank Dan.
All right.
I'm going to be frequent flyering like crazy.
My YouTube out there. So everybody who wants to watch all these games being streamed live, I'm planning on doing that.
I don't have any conventions in March or April, but then I'll have it in February, May, June, July, and July because I'm an idiot.
You want to come to Vegas?
When's that one?
I got Dice Tower West in March. I got Dice Tower West.
I'll just put it.
I'm driving down to Vegas for that. I'll be at Dice Tower West. I'll be at Gamma Trade Show. I'll be at the World Tea Expo of all things.
The sad thing is I also have a full-time job, so I really should actually be traveling for it.
That's what
those months,
maybe
maybe that's what I'll do. I'll plan my actual travel for work then, and
that's the one thing for me that's really difficult about this year.
You're trying to end the show
for the last 10 minutes before Sage kills me. You guys seen any other cult UK sci-fi Quartermass Blake 7? I once cosplayed Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Twice. So I was happy about it.
Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong one.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll come to Vegas. Oh my God.
We're going to Vegas, Michelle.
We let's connect. I'll let you know what's going on.
Stay in the Luxor, but stay in the pyramid, so you're stuck in the freaking elevators that are weird. Sorry, I did that once and never again. I'm always going to stay in the towers of the Luxor. Never again.
Grab marks. Oh my God. Remember, you guys need to come to Gathering 2 in October 2022. Dalek's World Record Attempt, and our unit group will be there as well.
Where? Mark, where? Well, I mean, I know it's over there, but when over there?
Dance Hall Field, Last Man Standing on the YouTube channel a few weeks back. We had a blizzard on Valentine's Day in a con in Atlanta.
Valentine's Day where there's nuts.
Oh gosh, I can only admit. Was it? Now, is that the same one? That wasn't the same one that John Bowerman got stuck at a couple of years ago, was it? There was one. There was two different ones that was going on. Then there was.
He had gotten stuck and his luggage got lost.
Yeah.
That was him he was heading to MegaCon for that one.
Okay.
Because I remember us reading it on and going, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
Yeah. And there was another one. I want to say it was either Atlanta or it was in New Jersey. I don't remember that he was literally stuck in the hotel and there were other guests who'd gotten there and then they all canceled it because of snowstorm.
I could see that happening both in Jersey and possibly Atlanta. I've slept in the floor of the Atlanta airport because of my flight being delayed, canceled.
It's not even a joke, but the kind of half-assed joke in here is that the Calgary Expo is always the first snow of the year or the last snow of the year in like April. It's really actually it's May long, and the first snow of the year is usually the Edmonton Expo in September. So
really,
they're always snowing, but it's
always snowing at those.
Yeah, it's always snowing for those expos, and Calgary at least half of it you had to go between buildings. So we'd be like shuttling guests in golf carts. Wrap Space Mom up in a blanket. Come on, Carrie. Let's go.
We're gonna nope my way. So you're saying that those two particular cons, it's always snowing.
Quite often.
So Melanie is not going anywhere near those ever. No. Sorry, dude. No. I mean, I did Denver, and Denver was freezing. But luckily, like Denver's such a beautiful city, y'all. Just so you know, it's absolutely spectacular and everything is right there where you need it. And our hotel was right next to the convention center, and really great price, great convention. If you ever can go to Fan Expo Dallas, do it up. Also Fan Expo Dallas, Denver. Both of them were good, actually.
Andrew Moore says, Doctor episode, Doctor's trapped at a con with Trekkies and ringers. He could be trapped at a furry con.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with furries.
There's nothing wrong with furries.
There's
buying art.
Or fine art. They buy art, and they are good. I have actually really good conversations with. Well, I say conversations. They don't usually talk, but they're really good at miming mascotty things, so it's always nice. They're very polite.
I've been invited to a few. I just haven't gone.
No,
Speaking of haven't gone,
my favorite events.
I gotta end the show.
Like
10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You want to eat?
Well, you can food.
Well,
no, because Sage is probably.
We're having fun. See,
I know we're having fun. We'll be back.
Yes.
Sorry, it's the first time I've been back in like weeks, so I'm just having a great time.
It has been too long.
Are we talking the Alan Tudyk con man? Is that Andrew? Is that the one you're talking about with Alan Tudyk?
I bet you, yes. Oh, that was one I only saw bits and pieces of.
Yes. I was living out in the country when that came on. It was for an 11-minute episode. It was a half hour to buffer. Yeah, no, it is brilliant. People watch it. Oh my goodness, watch it. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I've seen him. I've seen
And we'll leave it at that.
SBCC, and he's amazing. What? Please,
Because they hit the button.
Eventually. I think she wants me
that
to
would help him. We're having a good time, and there's for some reason 8 people
week,
still listening to us.
6:30 Tuesday. Please check us out. We're going to be live with Phantasmagoria, Lord Byron, and all the team out there. And if we're going to be deciding, let's see what Mort has to say. But we're going to end the year with a special Big Finish Christmas Carol ? So thank you everybody for joining us. Kenzie, Melanie, Dave.
Drown my sorrows in this beautiful.
Oh my God. Okay, well, she's going to miss that. Thank you, folks. Please continue to stay logged on, tune in, and become part of the legend. Hit the subscribe button. Hey, more. Thank you, folks. And don't forget to subscribe and check out Doctor Who Worlds Apart. Worlds Apart. There we go. All right, I'm out of here. Let's
like Christmas things.
Right. Oh, I got this from the SuperCon. So there you go.
Here, well, I'm just showing contraband.
All right, we're done
I
here.
don't have anything to show off, so I'm a
show your wand. Your wand.
Wait for him to push the button.
Here.
Big
Big
wand. Show your wand.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for playing.